Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at a moped. I picked this up from my friend for $1, and it's a Tomos 2008 Toma 790049, and it doesn't run, but, well, I guess I've got it running, but it won't stay running because the carburetor's junk. So I don't know if you'd technically call that running or not, but let's look at it. So it's got a metal gas tank with this weird thing right here, and it's full of gas, of course, and it's got a horn. It only works when the engine's running. Let's hop on the bike. Hold on. All right. It's got an electric start if you want to wire one up. It doesn't have one. Kill switch, of course, right here. The battery, you have to get a battery for that too. The blinker works like this. You shift it, but it won't, it stays on until you press this button. Headlights. Speedometer, that thing doesn't work. Because as you can see, there's no needle. This is just for an extra gauge or something. These are like oil lights maybe, or temperature. Blinkers right there. That one's broke. But I don't know the capacity of the tank, but I've never gotten to ride it while it completely running. So here under the seat, we got the oil tank. It's very small. The hose runs down here. It runs back behind these plastics. There's a little oil pump in here that feeds it into the motor, and another oil line that comes from this, and they both separate. And this is that other, they separate back in here in the plastics, and this one runs to the carburetor to feed it oil and gas because it's a 2-stroke engine. So the shocks, the rear shocks, are locked up. I can put the weight of our pontoon boat on the back of this thing, and they won't budge. That just tells you they're rusted shut. This blinker is broken. It the rubber, I guess, dry rotted, and it feels like plastic now, so it's messed up. It's got a tail light and, of course, a reflector. It's a small little bike, but it'll just give me some time to ride and stuff, you know, around the neighborhood and everything. It's got a nice headlight. I put some stuff on the headlight and tail lights to try to keep them shiny. And yes, I got it this way. It's pretty shiny. There's some rust right here. It's metal, of course. The tires, they're decent. I mean, they're not dry rotted, so they work. I'm guessing it's got little drum brakes on it. Let's talk about the carburetor. So this is the choke. If you can't read right there, that says choke right there, of course. And you pull this up to flip it onto choke, and that, honestly, when I took this carburetor apart, that didn't look like it did anything. This is like the idle screw. You can adjust idle. Spark plug, of course. Now, the only way I was able to get it running is when I had this cover off. Just pop this screw loose, pop this off. It's got two little like rubber gaskets it pops into. You pop that off, let it sit here and hang on these pedals right here. Then take the air filter off, and I sprayed a ton of starter fluid, and that is the only way it started. So it's definitely the carburetor. I took the carburetor apart, looked in the bowl. It's got it had some what do you call it, like white powdery kind of stuff, almost like it was dissolving the inside of the carburetor, and so it's destroyed. I'm gonna have to get a new one, but that's my main problem. And this is a Delorto carburetor, and those are not cheap. Looked online, $100 for a new one. So I might just put a Chinese piece of junk carb on here and see if it'll run. Of course, you got this petcock that goes off, on, of course, and reserve, and it's sounds grindy. Excuse my videoing. I apologize for that. Yes, it's been a couple years since I've videoed, and my last video was probably about that little four-wheeler I had, and with that John Deere Gator that we had to give back to the school, and that four-wheeler quit running. I sold that to a friend. He got it running, and he's got it now. So I'm gonna set y'all up and let y'all hear how loud she is. The muffler's not on it, and I'm gonna have to get that from the guy I bought it from, but I'm gonna set y'all up right here and let y'all listen to how loud she is. It's loud, but it's nice. So this is just regular popping her up. I'm gonna put the kickstand right. Alright. So that's just the regular. Trying to pop her over to start, but I'm gonna wide open throttle it. Big difference, huh? Well, if y'all think I should sell this for a new one, or not a new one, just sell it and see if I can get money towards like maybe a dirt bike or something. I don't know, but y'all put that in the comments. Either way, I want something to ride around. But yeah, that's this Tomos moped, and it looks pretty nice, to be honest. I think this will be a lot of fun once it gets running. But if y'all think I should put a aftermarket not stock carburetor on it, like not a Delorto carburetor, y'all tell me that. But if you think it'll be fine, if you think it won't hurt it, then just tell me that and I'll pop a cheap one on there, and we'll get her running and ride her around, take her for a test drive. And of course it's a two-stroke, so it's gonna be pretty powerful. I think it's only a 50cc though, but it's got low end torque, so that's the good thing about it. It seems pretty clean. It sat out in the rain, but you can see rust here and there, and here, and all these bolts and stuff rusted up pretty bad, but it's not too bad. I mean, $1, I'm not complaining. Alright, well, see you on the next video.